partner is not pro-choice and this bothers me. My partner and I have been sexually active for the past month or so now. I recently told him I need to know that he'll support me no matter what my decision would be if contraception did not work. We use condoms, but he sort of cringed and basically said he wasn't sure if he can support me no matter what. He said he sees both sides here and wouldn't want to kill a baby but also wouldn't want me to be in pain and suffer. This bothers me a lot because I am very much so pro-choice, and told him if the roles were reversed I would support him no matter what. I'm not sure what to make of this. In general, don't have sex with someone who won't support you if protection fails. Definitely don't rely on condoms alone with someone who won't support you if protection fails. Yes, this. I had the conversation with my now husband, that not only did I not want kids, I would 100% get an abortion if we had an accident, so he needed to be okay with that, before we ever had sex. I wouldn't want to hide having to have an abortion from a long-term partner if an accident, so I knew I couldn't have sex with someone who didn't agree with my position. Because if I knew my partner felt that way and I became pregnant, I wouldn't tell them and I'd just take care of it. I'm not dealing with someone pressuring or guilting me. See, my conversations were different. I 100% don't want kids. I am also 100% pro-choice. But pregnancy hormones do exist and yes, they brainwash us to like the little spoons. If I were to get pregnant, have no idea if I would find out before or after the pregnancy hormones kicked in. I refuse to have sex with anyone who would not support whichever choice I made had this happened. My body, my choice, either way I chose. I remember the what if conversation I had with the first boyfriend. He was all like, "I'll marry you if that happens." I said he'd have to catch me first and that I would be getting an abortion. A couple months later, despite all precautions to avoid it, I ended up pregnant. He was away in the military when I realized it and he couldn't come back for several more months, so I felt it was safe enough to tell him. I was pretty sure how he would react, but I wouldn't have told him if he were nearby in case I was wrong. As it turns out, I had read him pretty well. He had a single moment of pride in realizing he was fully functional before the horror of the reality set in. Then he apologized that he realized he really wasn't ready to be who he thought he was and sent money to pay for the abortion. This is pre-internet, so that conversation was by snail mail and the money I never asked for showed up the day after my procedure. At least I was able to pay back my friends who loaned me the money I needed. I don't know your partner, but I am not the only woman I know whose boyfriend suddenly switched from pro-life to pro-choice when it was their own ass on the line. That doesn't mean you shouldn't trust your gut on this. If you really feel you can't trust him to support you, maybe his dick shouldn't be in your vicinity. Good luck. It's the logical fallacy everyone throws around. The only moral abortion is my abortion. Everyone is pro-forced birth until they have a fetus they don't want. The old abortion is very wrong, but it's different and I have to do it because it would ruin my life. It's not really a logical fallacy, just talking out of both sides of your mouth. I'd argue it's more a lack of empathy, which is an even greater red flag in a partner than hypocrisy or poor logic skills. I would say it's stupidity or lack of imagination. It's easy to think what may or may not happen, but once you are up shit creek, that's when you feel it. I don't have sex without an abortion talk first for this reason. Exactly. I had one guy whose version of doing the right thing would have been marrying me, no fucking thanks, and threatening a lawsuit if I tried to terminate a pregnancy. BC, he was so Catholic, lol. Bullet dodged. But not Catholic enough to abstain from premarital sex? Amazing, right? Only Catholic when convenient. We should make that a thing. There's such a CWC. Even works for the more general Christian. Bullet dodged? More like narrowly escaped blast radius of a grenade.